From Trump's plan for reciprocal tariffs to Eurozone inflation, these are the stories to watch in business and finance in the coming week. US President Donald Trump is set to unveil a full suite of trade policies, including tariffs, on April 2nd. The fear of an across-the-board approach to duties had been mitigated somewhat in recent days by hints from the White House that Trump might take a more targeted approach. That gave the dollar and Wall Street stocks a modest lift, but the reality is investors are still very much in the dark. Concerns about the health of the US economy will be tested by the latest monthly jobs data. The April 4th non-farm payrolls report is expected to show employment growth slowed in March, according to a Reuters poll. Investors are also watching to see the extent to which the effort led by Trump ally Elon Musk to slash the federal workforce will become evident in the data. Eurozone inflation data on Tuesday is the next hurdle for traders trying to gauge whether the European Central Bank cuts rates in April. Markets have grown more confident in recent days, now pricing in a roughly 80% chance of another cut on April 17th. The bigger debate is what happens further out. BNP Paribas, for example, already expects the ECB to hike rates next year. After a benign inflation reading and a surprise cooling in the job market, the Reserve Bank of Australia may be moving closer to what would be only its second interest rate cut since 2020. Even so, traders and analysts expect the RBA will keep interest rates on hold when it wraps up a meeting on Tuesday. While the official quarterly consumer price numbers due April 30th could still prove crucial, investors have grown more confident of a May rate cut, putting the odds at around 70%.
A deadly earthquake rocked Southeast Asia on Friday, killing several people, causing a skyscraper under construction to collapse in Bangkok, and toppling buildings in neighbouring Myanmar, which declared a state of emergency in some parts. Witnesses said here several people were killed when a mosque partially collapsed, and local media said others died as a hotel caved in. In Thailand, officials said one of at least a few people were killed under the rubble of the partially built skyscraper. They added that dozens of workers were rescued from the building's remains, but many are reportedly still trapped. Bangkok city authorities declared the capital a disaster-stricken area, saying they needed to assess and monitor damaged areas. Here, hundreds rushed out of buildings onto the streets in panic, and during the tremors, water spilled over the side of a tall hotel building. One Thai office worker saw his building start to sway side to side.
At first, I didn't realise it was an earthquake, but then I saw the table shaking, and the chair and computer started swaying too. I only knew for sure when I heard the noise of the cracking walls and cracking glass. Part of the ceiling even collapsed. That's when I had to run out.
The United States Geological Survey said the quake was of 7.7 magnitude and at a depth of 6.2 miles. It was followed by a powerful aftershock. The epicenter was just over 10 miles from Myanmar's second city of Mandalay, which has a population of about 1.5 million. The country's army-run TV showed collapsed buildings and debris strewn across the city's streets. Myanmar's fire department said it had started a search to check for casualties and damage, but had no further information.
I am Robot Adriano, the first employee robot of the Chamber of Commerce of Rome. It's a pleasure.
It has the particularity of being elastic, so it can achieve a precise position. But if someone wants, for example, to hug the robot or shake hands, it does not have the rigidity of an industrial robot that can hurt a person. He is compliant. Let's say he is soft. We developed this robotics, and our laboratory is called soft robotics for a reason. Precisely, also the hand is soft, so it adapts to all objects.
Dopo la sua morte e divinizzazione nel 136 DC.
This was always stationary. It was screen used. This is one of the key E.T. models in the film. This featured in the closet scene when Elliot first comes in and sees E.T. and E.T. is kind of frozen in terror. This E.T. model was created by Carlo Rambaldi, who was the person known for bringing to life the monsters in films throughout the 80s. The estimate on this is $600,000 to $900,000. There has been one other E.T. model that has sold. It was animatronic, where the skin, if you will allow us to call it that, was no longer present. That sold for $2.5 million. So this is the first E.T. to come to market that looks like E.T., where you could look right at it and recognize it.
Britain's King Charles was admitted to hospital for a short time on Thursday after experiencing side effects from cancer treatment. That's according to Buckingham Palace. The palace declined to give any details of the side effects, but a royal source described the setback as a, quote, minor bump in the road. The source said the king's recovery was continuing in a very positive direction and that he was in good form. The palace said he had returned to his home, Clarence House, and that as a precaution, his engagements for Friday would be rescheduled. The 76-year-old king has been undergoing treatment since he was diagnosed with an unspecified form of cancer in February last year.